And now, your host, Couch Tomato!
Here's the fun part. Let's rank these babies.
Okay.
First up is, I guess, Phantom Menace.
That's...
How does this rank against that?
Rogue One's better.
Yeah, definitely. I think Rogue One's better. It's better than Phantom Menace. Also, both movies, I already admit, they're a little boring to me. But they both have at least two good characters. I think Rogue One has more good characters when you factor in the droid. But I can't make them equal because the acting was way better in this movie. And Phantom Menace is just an overall inferior film. So let's go to Attack of the Clones. I think this should be an easy one too.
Yeah, Rogue One's way better.
Yeah, the sand quotes alone make it episode 2 one of the worst Star Wars movies ever. One of the worst movies ever. Episode 3.
To me, episode 3 is my favorite prequel, but I still
I think it's everyone's favorite prequel.
I still consider Rogue One better.
I give the people a year because I think some people are going to be prisoners of the moment. But I think they'll put episode 3 over Rogue One. I just felt that the average movie going audience didn't hate episode 3 as much as hardcore Star Wars fans. Mm-hmm. Even the site that shall not be named indicates that. But I believe episode 3 just had more defining moments. If you could get through some of the bad actings, there was some defining moments in that film, more so than this film had. So episode 4.
Episode 4 is better.
Yeah, episode 4 is better. To me, it's not close. If you say that, the next one should be a no-brainer.
Yeah, no-brainer.
Empire Strikes Back is way too iconic, so let's skip that. I think we agree that Empire Strikes Back is better than Rogue One, right?
Oh yeah.
All right. Sometimes I'm not sure about you, Hope. So episode 6.
Episode 6 is better.
I think Return of the Jedi is the weakest of the original trilogy.
Same here.
But it's better than Rogue One. I didn't have it close. I had it by a landslide. Yeah, so that's how I feel. Episode 7, once again, I was not aware that hardcore Star Wars fans did not like this movie. A lot of people don't like this movie. And don't get it twisted. I did the 24 reasons these movies are the same, but that's not why I do the videos. It's not to hate on movies. A lot of the movies I compare, I do like. It's to say, hey, don't ever fault somebody for liking a certain movie because they could always flip it and say, well, you like the same movie. I like this movie the same reasons you hate it. You know what I mean? That's the reason for the 24 reason videos. Without any further ado, how does Force Awakens stack up against Rogue One?
I loved Force Awakens. That was one of my favorite movies last year, and thought it was like the tone, everything just fit perfectly, and it just had more impactful moments.
Yeah, JJ knew what he was doing. Like Force Awakens was designed for people like you to like Star Wars, or even people like me, so it's like, okay, I get it. And it worked, that formula works. So, I'm going to put Force Awakens over Rogue One. So
to me, this is more of a prequel than the prequels in a way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, like,
I just think they need to stop. And it's funny. I want to quote, Gucci Man said this on Breakfast Club, but he said, when you keep looking back, you're going to trip going forward. So I couldn't wait to use that quote. But basically, here's a big question. And the reason I told you to hold your statements earlier in the show, because I want to talk about it here. What did this movie accomplish? And what I mean by that, can you go back and watch episode 1 through 3 or episode 4 through 7 and say, oh, I see clearly now.
You like tomato?
And you like tomato?
Potato?